This episode of Techzilla is brought to you by Netflix. Time to get our HD Nation on. Hey, ever need Ethernet for your HD TV or Blu-ray player, but you just can't or don't want to pull a cable for whatever reason, like needing to drill through things?
Yeah, or not having a carpet on the floor.
Or not having a carpet on the floor.
It's funny, there's amazing ways to hide cables. You can hide them behind the baseboard on your walls, you can run them through ceilings, you can run but like if you live in a concrete apartment building, or if you have like really amazing wood floors, or it's just too big of a pain, enter Belkin's Universal Wireless AV Adapter. This strange and apparently heavy box, because I've plugged it into a router for some reason. It's essentially, it's 4 Ethernet ports on a stick. Or more accurately, 4 Ethernet ports in a box and attached to your Wi-Fi network. It's a wireless bridge, people. Dual band, works with 2.4 and 5 gigahertz networks, 802.11a, b, g, and n, supported WPS, WPA, WPA2 encryption, and WEP. Do not use WEP. Use WPA. Trust me on that one.
Wait, but does it have 802.11 AC?
Nothing does. But you never know.
Callback.
That's in the future.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm afraid of new wireless standards. But seriously, though, this is a wireless bridge. There's AV on the box, but the truth is, if you need Ethernet ports for something in your house that will not connect to a wireless network, this is what it does. Internet-ready gear with an Ethernet jack connected to your network. You'll either need it or you don't. Case in point, this is like a new Sony or a new low-cost. It's like a $70 Blu-ray player from Sony. No Wi-Fi, big shock. So I can use this to connect to this once it's connected to my wireless network. Setup is super easy. You need a computer with an Ethernet jack that's already attached to the wireless network. You want the wireless AV adapter to join. You plug the Ethernet cable into your machine to the wireless AV adapter. Then you plug the Ethernet adapter into the wall, and it automatically fires up, starts looking around, finds your computer. You type in http://belkin.universal, and then basically it tells you, like, pick a network. Is this a network? Give us the password, and then you're done. It's just
nice.
that easy. Once you're done, you can start plugging in up to 4 devices: your HDTV, your Blu-ray player, your Xbox, PS3, an old computer, anything with an Ethernet port you want to connect to your wireless network.
Could you plug a switch into it?
You could, but at some point, you're probably going to saturate that wireless connection.
Yeah.
But it's kind of. It's kind of funny, right? But at some point, I'm kind of curious. I think because it was AV, they put 4 ports instead of 8, or because it's cheap.
Could you plug it into a power line adapter?
That I haven't tested.
I guess not, because it doesn't have Ethernet in, right?
Well, I will be honest. I every time I start playing around with power over Ethernet, terrible things happen. So I'm exaggerating. I have not spent a lot of time with power over Ethernet, and I feel completely unqualified to comment.
Okay,
So,
I'm sorry I asked that question.
No, it's a good question though. If you need power over Ethernet, you'll probably need an adapter for that. It worked great, 25, 30 feet through, basically our home router is in a closet. The closet has 2 layers of plaster and lath and a big, thick, old school door. It worked just fine. About distance of about 25 feet, which made me very happy. 2 cons I've got with it. No lights in the Ethernet ports. I always like Ethernet ports with lights. They're nice for diagnostics. And this big vertical box, there's a lot of empty space in here. And this is a wonderful piece of branding for Belkin. Look, it's shiny and it's black and it's from Belkin. But the big vertical box is a pain in the ass when you're trying to figure out some place to put it with all of your home theater equipment.
Is it just like the antennas or something?
I don't even think there's anything in there.
There's got to be something in there.
Well, I'll tell you what. 6321 on Amazon does exactly what it's supposed to do. Does a pretty good job of it. Maybe I'll pop this open.
Maybe we will find
While you
out.
starting on the next question.
All right, Josh in Victoria, Australia wants to view movies from outside his region. He writes, "Hey guys and gal, I've been looking for a Blu-ray player for about $300 that can play all regions. Is this possible?" Josh in Victoria, Australia. So the short answer is yes. The longer answer is let's explain what region codes are for the people in the HD Nation that didn't learn about them when they were collecting anime DVDs from Japan. Roger has a lot of experience with this. Wikipedia sums it up pretty well. As with the implementation of region codes for DVDs, Blu-ray disc players sold in a specific geographical region are designed to play only discs authorized by the content provider for that region. This is intended to permit content providers, motion picture studios, etc., the ability to support product differences in content, price, release date, etc. by region.
It's so funny. Content creators are not required to region lock discs. Wikipedia says Paramount and Universal are region code free. Most Sony and Warner Brothers movies aren't locked. Lionsgate and Disney's have a mix of locked and unlocked titles, while Fox and MGM region code pretty much everything. And it's really funny. It doesn't matter. If the disc you want, that big title, that obscure movie, is coded for region A1, the Americas, which oddly enough includes Southeast Asia, Japan, so your anime collection is safe, and your Blu-ray player is locked for B2, which is Africa, the Middle East, Southwest Asia, most of Western Europe, along with Australia and New Zealand. That's the big giant green swath here. You know what I mean? It's Greenland and Africa and Western Europe and the Middle East and Australia and New Zealand. You're going to be annoyed, right? Because you can't play that disc. The first thing you do is search for region code hacks. Lots of forums online have info on, say, entering in codes on your remote that dump the region lock. That only works on certain players if you can find it, and they don't fix it in firmware. There are a lot of sites online that offer region-free Blu-ray players. So we can take a look here at BombayElectronics.com. which has a whole bunch of Blu-ray players that are region unlocked, either through custom firmware or hacks. 220electronics.com, world-import.com. We would love to hear back from anybody watching that has a site or a model they recommend, because, you know, we don't have, we would have to track down non-region A1 discs
that are not for here, for
get a bunch of the players in and test those. And
you guys are our best test subjects sometimes. And speaking of Blu-ray, it's now time for the new Blu-ray releases for the week of March 20th, 2012. This week, Battle Royale. This Japanese film came out in 2000 and was based on a book of the same name. It follows a group of kids who are pitted against each other in a death match until there's only one survivor, which may sound similar to another movie being released this weekend, and I'm sure the timing is no coincidence. You can get the movie in a standalone release or the complete collection, which includes both the theatrical and director's cut of the film, plus the sequel in one beautiful package. It comes in EPEG 4 AVC codec, 1.78 to 1 aspect ratio, and both a Japanese and English Dolby True HD 5.1 soundtrack, while the director's cut includes a Japanese Dolby True HD 7.1 mix. Extras include a 50-minute making of, a 12-minute press conference with the director and cast, 7 minutes of audition and rehearsal footage, a 4-minute look at the special effects, 4 minutes of footage of the Tokyo premiere, a 12-minute documentary, 20 minutes of behind-the-scenes footage, plus a 30-second ad for the film by Quentin Tarantino. And as always, check out our show notes at Texilla.com or hdnation.tv for links to the rest of this week's Blu-ray releases. But right now, it's time to thank one of our sponsors. With more than 23 million members, Netflix is the world's largest subscription service instantly streaming TV episodes and movies. Members can instantly watch thousands of titles on a vast array of devices streaming TV episodes and movies, like Microsoft's Xbox 360, Sony's PS3 game console, and the Nintendo Wii console. As a Netflix Unlimited member, you can instantly watch as many movies as you want anytime you want for one low monthly price. There are no late fees or due dates. For a limited time, as a new member and a Texilla viewer, you can get a free 30-day trial membership. Go to netflix.com/Texilla and sign up, and be sure to use this URL so they know we sent you. Plus, Netflix is now available in the UK and Ireland. Our viewers there can get the same free trial as in the US. Just check out netflix.co.uk/Texilla or netflix.ie/Texilla.